Hello there stackers and welcome to Working Class Stacks. I'm Sandy Millington, a working class chap in a working class cap, and this is the Working Class Stack. It's my aim alongside my beautiful partner Danny to collect 1 ounce of silver per week, every week, for the next 20 years or so as a bit of a retirement plan boost. So today I'm asking the question, if I could rate myself, 1 being collector and 10 being weight stacker, where would I put myself on that list? So join in and find out on today's video. Hello stackers, it's Sandy here from Working Class Stacks. Welcome back. Just a little reminder, we've got Sundays with Craven coming up at 5 PM on Stackers Social Discord. This week, it's our first podcast. Stacking with Craven is starting up this live podcast on the Stackers Social Discord. We've got a live sort of voice chat as well as a chat room specifically put aside to us. That'll grow and evolve, hopefully, with your support, and we'll turn that into a YouTube channel. And we're going with a sort of two-way panel with special guests, hoping to turn it into maybe a four-way panel with special guests. The premiere episode is coming this Sunday on Stackers Social. It's going to be me, it's going to be Stacking with Craven, and it's going to be none other than TSC, the Stack Collector, as our first special guest. Can't wait for it. Absolutely chuffed. Today, I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question of myself. Now, this is a question that I ask of all new stackers that I meet. It's a question that I've asked the Stack Collector on his Saturday night live stack chat via the chat portal, and it's a question that I've asked Stacking with Craven on Saturday night live stack chat, and it always creates a good bit of conversation, and it's quite important to a silver stacker. So what's that question? Well, the question is, if you could put yourself on the scale, 1 being a collector and 2 being a weight stacker, all right, where would you put yourself on that scale? And I think that's a really important question for any stacker, any coin collector, because the boundaries are a little bit unclear. Because I think when we all come into this, we sort of first come into the idea of investing in silver, investing in sort of 1 ounce a week every week for the next 20 years as a bit of a boost towards our retirement. Everybody's got the same idea, whether it's big investment or small investment, whether you're buying, monster boxes full of these Britannias, or whether you're just getting one sort of cute, Terra coin every week to put in your box. The idea is these things go up in value over time because of the silver content, and it's an investment as well as a collection. And I guess for some collectors, once you've been collecting these lovely things for 20 years, it becomes hard to give them up. These are your babies. And I feel that already after 4 short months of collecting, I've now got 22 coins. Okay, but as you can see, it's not just the ounces of silver that I've been collecting. Just naturally, as a part of being a part of Stackers Social, the brilliant generosity from some of the community members, as you can see, some of the poker chips that they send me. Some really good deals off the Stack Collector on his auctions, picking up a few of these pre-decimal bits, and that's all silver, and they've got great history behind them. The coppers I've received mainly off jumping into silver, just through his sheer generosity. You see a lot of that with Stackers Social, and I'm not joking. I pretty much big this goal group up on every one of my videos. Scan the QR code. If you're a silver stacker, if you're a collector, if you're a pourer, if you like coins, this is more than a community, it's a family. I've only been a member a short time, but I was lucky enough to join just before the the 1,000 member event. That's 1,000 members. I think that was about 4 weeks ago. It's now up to about 1,200 members. It's really new. The guys, 365, Side the Sound Man, and the Stack Collector, they set it up maybe 2 years ago. Little less than that, I think. And it's absolutely snowballing. And we have a lot of fun. And any question, no matter how big, no matter how small, regarding silver stacking, gets answered for you. But enough on that. Back to the topic. So where do I see myself on the scale? Well, if 1 is collector and 10 is weight stacker, I think I'd put myself at a very high 6, maybe leaning onto a 7. I didn't want to just say 5 and put myself straight down the middle. I think that's the easy answer. I think everybody says that. All right, if you're not a weight stacker, you're not a collector, it's easy just to say 5. That's the boring answer. All right, it's not. If you can hear a bit of coughing and snorting and barking behind me, by the way, I've got a little pug. I'll show you a little picture of the pug. Okay, this is Danny, not to be confused with my partner Danny. All right, and this is Danny the pug, and I'm fostering this for my friend because he's got a bit of a problem with his property where they've said he can't keep his dog. Now, I know there's a guy in the community on the American side of the border, Mr. Sobriety and Silver, who's also having this problem and has had to move house to Tulsa. So good luck, TSC. I hope that's really working out for you. I really do. Sorry, good luck, SAS. So I really hope that's working out for you. You moved to Tulsa because of your dogs. You made the right choice, I think, to look after them. But we're doing a bit of a favour now for a friend of mine. We've got a little pug staying with us for anything up to a few months. So, yeah, if you hear a little bit of noise, it'll be Danny the dog. Okay, back to the topic. I keep getting sidetracked. So, yeah, 6 or a 7 on the scale. I definitely lean more towards weight stacking. Now, this, I think, is the nature of my buy-in, my stacking plan. As you well know, it's pretty much the title of my channel. 1 ounce a week, every week for the next 20 years or so. You're used to hearing me say that. We stick to it most weeks. We missed a week this week, actually, because like a moron, I lost 60 quid out of my wallet, so no silver for me. But most weeks we get an ounce of silver, so there's been the occasional week where we've actually stacked up and we've gone for 5 ounces of silver or 3, or, you know, we've had a bit of extra cash and we're a little bit ahead of the stacking plan. So, yeah, I mean, but I have, as you've noticed, if you've been following the channel, not one of these coins, that's 22 coins, the Queen's Beast Completer bar, all this decimal, pre-decimal stuff, the coppers, not one of these is identical. Every one of these is different. So how could I call myself a weight stacker? That's clearly a collection. And long may it continue. I want to get the most, you know, diverse box that I can get, and then that's just year 1. After that, year 2, year 3, I want it to be as diverse as possible. I don't want to just collect boring Britannias all the time, not on a 1 ounce a week plan. But the reality is that I'm very new to this, and I'm picking up the sort of the cheap options at the moment. I've found a site called Silver Trader UK, which I've mentioned before, and he's got quite a range of about 40 or 50 coins, maybe more, I haven't counted, all unique coins, which he's selling, but anything between 36 and 39 pound. Now, that's free. That's with including his delivery costs. He says free delivery. I think it's including his delivery costs, because delivery costs when you're buying 1 ounce a week, they're the biggest sort of killer, really. And you know, if you're buying 10 ounces a week, 10 ounces a month, a delivery cost doesn't really factor in. But when you're buying lots of small deliveries, you've really got to think about that. So yeah. So I mean, I think you can pick up a Britannia, or a Maple, or a Libertad, or a Krugerrand, which are the cheaper end of the collectibles, you know, the more highly minted, sort of generic 1 ounce silver coins. You can pick up one of them delivered for around the 34, 35 pound mark. So in the bigger picture, paying 36, 37, 38 from Silver Trader delivered for a beautiful, unique coin like this kookaburra. I've already wanted to start a date run on these, if at all possible. I'm okay with that for now. Okay, stackers, for now. That's really the key, because after a year or two, once I've drained Silver Trader of all his options on his website, he's going to get the occasional new release. But the truth is I'm going to run out of cheap options. And although I'm paying 36, 37, 38 pound, I've sort of said to myself, 40. I paid 40 for the Queen's Beast here. The Queen's Beast bar, it doesn't even fit in my box. I absolutely had to have it. It's rumoured to be the last ever product that the Royal Mint is going to produce with the late Queen Victoria II's effigy on. So it's a piece of history. It's something a little bit different, and it's something that I absolutely had to have. And that cost me 40 quid. That was off Cobra Stacker. And they've already gone up a lot more than that now, if I didn't get it off Cobra Stacker. So thank you, Cobra Stacker. So yeah, so if I want to complete the kookaburra run, if I want to get all 35 years, the further back in time I get, the more collectible they come, the more expensive they're going to become. And that's going to sort of make me start asking the question, where I want to exist on this scale, on the stacker scale of 1 to 10. But for now, I exist on a 1 ounce a week, every week stacking plan. I don't want to just buy Britannias every week, although I do love my Britannias. But I think there's going to come a point in the stacking plan where I have to admit to myself that the chase for unique coins is over, and I need to settle back into a nice, steady 1 ounce a week stacking plan, getting the cheapest deal, which is how this channel started out, by the way. If you've been following me from the beginning, I really did mean to weight stack 1 ounce a week, but these are just so beautiful, so tempting, all the different kinds of coin. We've got the maple, we've got the Georgian dragon, and I'm not going to go through the whole stack, but you get the idea. Long may it continue, but there will come a point. So to answer the question, before Danny tears the house down, that's Danny the dog, not Danny Millington, I'd better go, stackers. So answer to the question, I'd say 6.5 on the scale, leaning more towards the 10 of a weight stacker. And that's my answer to the question. So you'll next see me on Sunday. Sundays with Craven. Can't wait for that. Looking forward to getting to know your TSC, and I'm looking forward to getting the first Sunday with Craven off the ground with you, my friend. Stacking with Craven. I'll see you soon, stackers.